psychology practice, experiencing some different environments, zero-G flights, and we did a trip to the Controlled Environmental Space Lab in Guelph, where they are developing systems for how do you maintain life support off-world with plants and stuff. Because everything at NASA has been physical, chemical, okay, carbon dioxide scrubbers. There's going to be a shift to biological systems, and that's what we're working on at Guelph. Cutting-edge technology, one of the best space labs for that in the world. So it's pretty cool. Okay, this term, weekly physical fitness training. A lot of people have given me feedback or comments saying that that's really what they want to do. Okay. Some people may not be as interested in that, some people do physical fitness on their own, but a lot of people show interest in doing that. Okay. We're going to have the Great Space Race 2009, October 3rd, 9 a.m. It's going to be a race or a fun run that we're running for all the clubs on campus. Okay. We're going to have a 5K, 10K, half marathon for running, and then an 8K walk for those who don't want to do the run. Okay. It's going to be for clubs to raise money, so they get their members to come. Each member of the club pays $10, and that money goes to raise money for the club. Okay? You pay your $10 fee for WOTC, so you get to do that for free. Okay? And it'll be part of our physical fitness training. So it's October 3rd, it's 3 weeks away. That's what we're going to be doing running on classes this week, next week, and the week after to get us a little bit in shape for running that. Okay? I'm sure everyone can probably do a 5K run if you're struggling through it. If you can't, you can do the 8K walk. But one of the goals, develop our physical fitness. We're also holding weekly space science videos, okay, Fridays at 5. We haven't picked out a room yet. We'll probably be this room on Friday, but I'll send you an email about that. We're going to have, we're showing a series called The Universe. It goes through planet formation, solar system formation, black holes, quasars, all these kind of fun space things. Okay, and we might actually add another video in there about space history. It's a great series called When We Left Earth. Yeah. Shows all the history from Gemini, Mercury, Apollo. Really cool space history. Weekly lectures on orbital mechanics, fluid mechanics, space psychology, leadership. It'll be a different thing every week. We're going to do some water safety and survival. We're going to go to the pool. And we're also planning a weekend survival training, okay, in the winter. We did our summer one already, summer survival training, where we did navigation through the bush. Now we're going to take it up a step and do the winter version. We might do it either at the Waterloo Conservation Area, just up the street, as a very basic, maybe one night, or depending on how much interest we have and what people's abilities are, we might do a weekend, 2 nights, or if people are really ambitious, we can go up to the subarctic and do a 2 or 3 day winter exercise. Okay? My family owns a piece of land and a frontiersman cottage way up north in the subarctic, so we can go there in November or December. That's got me really excited, actually. I love that stuff. More things we're going to be offering. Intro flights in small aircraft. Heather, who is in the Science and Aviation program, has offered to take our members for intro flights. So she'll take you up in the small plane, give you the controls, and teach you a bit about how to fly the plane. Give you, how do you turn, bank, roll, all these things. Give you a bit of intro and maybe do some zero gravity flights with you too. Okay? I'm going to be offering some of those as well coming October, November. Okay? So if you're interested in doing that, you got to sign up for the club and we'll take you flying. Okay? Of course, there might be a cost associated with that. It'll probably be something like you split the cost of the aircraft with who's ever flying you. Ground school, I sent an email about that today saying who's interested. If we have maybe 12 people, I'll set that up so you can do your ground school and then you can write your private pilot test and get your pilot's license. There's a potential for doing skydiving and scuba this term if people are interested in those things. I'll probably send an email and say who's interested in doing these things. We can do them if we have at least 6 people. So if people want to do that this fall, we can. Skydiving, about $400. Scuba, about $550. Okay? Skydiving you can do in 1 weekend. Scuba diving you have to do in over 2 weekends and do a bit of home study. I was also thinking about doing a ropes course or an obstacle course, do some team building. There's a, what's that mountain? Blue Mountain. That's where your brother went. You did a leadership weekend there. And they had like a ropes course, an obstacle course, and some team building and stuff.
Oh yeah, he yelled at people, and they said that was motivating.
So I don't know, something like that we might do. Okay. So what do we need to make this happen? We need a committed membership, people who really want to be here, okay? And I know people are still deciding whether they want to be here or not, but if we can get that, it would be awesome. Okay, we're a high-paced club, but that's not to say you have to come to every single thing. Tuesday nights, that's what we need. We need to maintain attendance through that on Tuesday nights. We need to have quality training. We need to get fit, which is our weekly AstroFit program. And we need significant LCF. You know what LCF is? Tom? LCF? Look cool factor? Like our video there doing 0G and stuff? Yeah. So I'm trying to look cool factor, show your friends. And a high level of social and task cohesion. I thought Amanda's going to be here. She's the psych person. So what that means is we have a high level of wanting to be with each other, liking each other, working well together, and then task cohesion is how well you can accomplish a task together. So how cohesive is your team in tasks, and how cohesive is it socially? Okay. I teach a course for the college in community organizing. It's all about bringing people together, getting them motivated, making a team. So I really want to achieve that. Okay, we get offered 2 courses: Astronaut Basic Training, Astronaut Advanced Training. Completion of your course will be issued a certificate for your accomplishment. So pretty cool. You do all this stuff, you get a certificate from us saying you've accomplished Astronaut Basic Training. Throw in your resume. We'll sit down for a job, and the person will say, "Astronaut Basic Training. That sounds pretty cool. Good job." And then you get promoted to lieutenant if after you complete the basic course. Okay, so on the Canadian Space Agency website, this is what they list for the actual astronaut basic training that astronauts who actually fly in space do. Things they cover: history of spaceflight, fundamentals of spaceflight, current space programs, space operations and procedures, international space station systems, life science, materials and fluid science, Earth observation, space science, robotics, human behavior, performance, flight training, parachute jump, scuba diving, physical training, first aid CPR, language training, operation of photographic equipment, public speaking, media relations, and survival training, summer, winter. This is where we get our curriculum from, right from what the actual astronauts do. We're not going to obviously go into as much depth as they do. Basic astronaut training is a 2-year course. Okay? So we're going to do maybe one or 2 events for each of these things. So for instance, life science, we checked that one off last term because we went to the Environmental Systems Lab in Guelph. Okay? Did a tour, found out a little bit about it, and that checked off that requirement. Okay? Materials and fluid science, Nancy's going to take us to a fluids lab sometime, hopefully, and teach us a little bit about that. Stuff like current space programs, we'll come in and give a lecture on that, tell you what's going on with NASA, even though NASA doesn't know right now because of the Augustine Commission. Robotics, Tom will do a little seminar on that for us, and all the way down. Some of the big things are flight training. You go for an intro flight with me or Heather, you got that checked off. Parachute jumps, do one, you got that checked off. Scuba diving, checked off. Physical training, that'll be an ongoing one. Okay, so as long as once you get everything else checked off, and you're a decent level of physical fitness, you can check that off. First aid CPR, language training will complete each week by speaking French in odd weeks. And I gave a lecture on public speaking last time, so I might give another one this term. Okay, so all those things you could probably check off in 1 or 2 terms. Okay, advanced training, this is getting really into stuff. I haven't even done all this stuff yet, so it's just an ambitious thing to put on there. Your undergrad degree, pilot's license, scuba diving license, skydiving solo certificate, go to MDRS, do the summer survival course, zero gravity, your 3 Gs in an airplane, be conversational French and English, have some basic Russian phrases, water safety course and survival training, exceed NASA physical standards, and space leaders course. Okay. The only thing I don't have on there is skydiving certificate and scuba diving license. Okay. Those are all things that you can eventually check off. And once you have those, you actually stand a good chance of being selected when the next round of astronauts come around. Okay? If you've done all these supplementary things and you have your education, you're set. Or you at least stand a good chance. Okay. First of all, are there any questions about that presentation? Yeah.
Is this club recognized by the CSA?
By the CSA?
Yeah.
We have contacts with the CSA, but we're not recognized by them.
Oh,
Yeah. We're just building it up right now, so we've run for a little while now. Eventually, we'll try to spread the club to other universities and hopefully get some funding from the CSA and stuff like that. There is a Canadian Space Summit